It's that Super Bowl, no, she my flow. Yeah, 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 yeah. It's that
The video will start in 8. Cancel. President Trump defied his advisors by congratulating Vladimir Putin on his win in the Russian election, it has been claimed. Independent observers have criticized the Russian election for going ahead with little opposition to Putin, who has been in power since 2000. Putin won another 6-year term in a landslide, but Western leaders have largely chosen to ignore the victory. Relations are more strained than ever in light of the poisoning of former Russian spy Sergei Skripal in Salisbury. Before Trump spoke with Putin on the phone on Tuesday, his team had advised him not to congratulate the president on his re-election. According to the Washington Post, they had even emphasized the point by writing it in all caps on a briefing note. Quote, "Do no congratulate," it read. Instead, Trump was advised to raise the Salisbury poisoning and condemn the use of a chemical weapon. But Trump ignored their warnings and congratulated Putin anyway, before talking about a possible meeting between the two leaders. "I congratulated him on the victory, the electoral victory," Trump told reporters at the White House while meeting Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. The call had to do also with the fact that we will probably get together in the not-too-distant future, so we can discuss arms, we can discuss the arms race. Close quote. The White House later said there were no specific plans for a meeting. Speaking of the arms race, Trump said, "We will never allow anybody to have anything even close to what we have." Close quote. The move was criticized by top senators in Trump's own Republican Party, who called Sunday's election a sham. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell said there was a lack of credibility in tallying the result. Close quote. When asked if Russia's election was free and fair, White House spokeswoman Sarah Sanders responded, "We don't get to dictate how other countries operate." Close quote. Last week, the Trump administration hardened its stance on Russia by accusing Moscow of hacking into America's energy grid and approving the first sanctions on Russian entities and citizens for meddling in the 2016 U.S. election. Trump, who vowed to improve relations with Russia on taking office 14 months ago, is under pressure from Congress to take a tougher stance on Putin, his inner circle and scores of Russian oligarchs. Trump has not been highly critical of Russia in public, while maintaining there was no collusion between his presidential campaign and Russians. Republican U.S. Senator John McCain chastised Trump for the congratulatory call. An American president does not lead the free world by congratulating dictators on winning sham elections, McCain said in a statement. The Organization for Security and Company Operation in Europe, OSCE, said there had been no real choice in Russia's presidential election, and complained it had been marked by unfair pressure on critical voices. The U.S. State Department endorsed the OSCE's preliminary findings, said spokeswoman Heather Nauert, and called Trump's call to Putin protocol. Close quote. The Kremlin said Tuesday's conversation had been broadly constructive and focused on overcoming problems in relations. The leaders spoke in favor of developing practical cooperation in different spheres, including on questions of how to ensure strategic stability and fight international terrorism, the Kremlin said in a statement.